Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth. Peace. Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide. And my salvation.
By night.
And by day.
Through his holy prophet.
Through Ali.
Amen.
Praise God. All remain standing while we read the honors and Genesis. First I give praise to Allah.
First I give praise to Allah,
great God of the universe.
great God of the universe.
I give honor to his holy and divine prophet.
I give honor to his holy and divine prophet.
Prophet Noble Jew Ali.
Prophet Noble Jew Ali.
Founder of the Moore Science Temple of America.
Founder of the Moore Science Temple of
I give honor
America.
to all true and divine prophets.
I give honor to all true and divine prophets. Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, etc.
I give honor to the forerunner to the prophet.
I give honor to the forerunner to the prophet,
Brother Marcus Garvey.
Brother Marcus Garvey.
I give honor to all the past supreme grand advisors and moderators of the Moore Science Temple of America.
I give honor to all past supreme grand advisors and moderators of the Moore Science Temple of America.
Brother C. Kirkland Bay.
Brother C. Kirkland Bay.
Brother F. Nelson Bay.
Brother F. Nelson Bay.
Brother J. Blakely Bay.
And Brother J. Blakely Bay.
I give honor to our former past grand sheik and moderator of the Moore Science Temple of America.
I give honor to all former past grand sheik and moderator of the Moore Science Temple of
Brother
America.
Arnold O'Neill.
Brother Arnold O'Neill.
I give honor to our present grand sheik who is the moderator of the Moore Science Temple of America Incorporated.
I give honor to our present grand sheik who is the moderator of the Moore Science Temple of America.
D. Jones Bay.
Brother R. Jones Bay.
I give honor to his assistant, Brother A. Hawkins Bay.
Give honor to his assistant, Brother A. Hopkins Bay.
I give honor to the Grand National Chairman of the Moore Science Temple of America.
I give honor to the Grand National Chairman of the Moore Science Temple of America,
Who is also the Grand Sheik here at Temple 71.
who is also the Grand Sheik here at Temple 71.
Brother P. J. Seal.
Brother P. J. Seal.
I give honor to all state, national, and federal, I give honor to all national, state, and local officials of the Moore Science Temple of America.
I give honor to all national, state, and local officials of the Moore Science Temple of America.
I give honor to the Grand Governor of Washington, D.C.
I give honor to the Grand Governor of Washington, D.C.,
Brother H. Harris Bay.
Brother H. Harris Bay,
And to his assistant,
and to his assistant,
Sister D. Jones Bay.
Sister D. Jones Bay.
I give honor to all Grand Governors.
I give honor to all Grand Governors,
Assistant Grand Governors.
Assistant Grand Governors,
Grand Sheiks.
Grand Sheiks,
Assistant Grand Sheiks.
Assistant Grand Sheiks,
Sheiks and Sheikas.
Sheiks and Sheikesses.
Give honor to all members of the Moore Science Temple of America.
I give honor to all members of the Moore Science Temple of
Give
America.
honor to all auxiliaries of the Moore Science Temple of America.
Give honor to all auxiliaries of the Moore Science Temple of
Give
America.
honor to both our flags.
Give honor to both our flags,
The American flag.
the American flag,
The flag of our birth.
the flag of our birth,
And the Moorish flag.
and the Moorish flag,
The flag of our decent.
the flag of our decent,
The red flag with the 5-pointed green star in the center.
the red flag with the 5-pointed green star in the center.
5 points represent love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
5 points representing love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
I give honor to everything that the prophet brought.
I give honor to everything
that the prophet brought.
uplifting fallen humanity.
I give honor to the man. I give honor to each and every one of you came out today to help us attend the Sunday school. I pray that everybody receives something that they can use to carry through the rest of the week. At this time, peace.
Peace.
At this time, I'll read Salvation Our God, Unity, Moore Science Temple of America, Divine Constitution, Bylaws. Act 1. The Grand Sheik Chairman of the Moore Science Temple of America is empowered to make law and enforce law for the assistant of the prophet and the grand body of the Moore Science Temple of America. The assistant Grand Sheik is to assistant Grand Sheik in all affairs, if it is according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And it's known before the members of the Moore Science Temple of America. Act 2. All meetings are to be open and closed promptly according to the circumstances and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest. Because on the Friday, the first man was born in the flesh, and on the Friday, the first man departed out of the flesh, and ascended into his Father, God's love. And that caused Friday the holy day for all mountains all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moore Science Temple of America. No members put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister, indicating they are all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. Act 4. All members must observe these holy and divine laws. All members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Morris American, you are a part and parcel of the government. You must live the life accordingly. Act 6. Act 5. This organization of the Morris Scientific Americans not cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws, constitution, or deeds of the government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. First, all members must proclaim their nationality. We are teaching our people their nationality and divine creed. They may know that they are a part and a parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted to 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era time now. All men now must proclaim their free national names to be recognized by the government which they live in the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. Most Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites, whom inhabit the northwest and southwest shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and a partial order of different acts of the Moore Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moore Science Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband, take care of your children, look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother, be industrious, and become a part of the uplifting of all humanity. All mortal Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant from the Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali to the guidance of his Father, God Allah. Noble Drew Ali, Father. Mortal American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen. More Scientific America, P.O. Box, Home Office, P.O. Box 388-7600, Orton Drive, Greenbelt, Maryland, 20768. Yeah, just had a reading from the Divine Constitution, bylaws in its entirety. And now we will have a reading from the questionnaire and district laws for the Morris American by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Act 1. Grand Chief and Governors heads of all temples, all bases. Each state temple must be approved by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Before acting upon by any member, let it be finance, property, or any line like it will cost members to sacrifice, finance, etc. It will cost to support any group of members. Any form of office that violate these laws is subject to be removed from his office under heavy restriction and set by the Prophet or the Grand Chief. Act 2. All members are to attend their adapt meetings and public meetings promptly. If a member is found standing around in the meeting period, shall be fined 50 cents on the first case. And on the second, he will be fined $1, which will go on your mercy fund. If a member is working, his money dues must be paid. And if he has money in the bank, he must subscribe for as much as he is able to the Morris Uplifting Fund, because it takes finance to uplift the nation. Act 3. It is lawful and divine duty of every good member if he is able in finance to aid me and save the nation. And if he does not, he is enemy to the cause of uplifting his own people. Justice must catch you. Let it be he or she according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, as I had the power vested in my hands, and I will have to enforce the law in order to save the nation. Act 4. All members, while making a public speech, must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radical against the church or any member of any organized group, because we are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Act 5. All members must promptly attend their meetings and send their children to Sunday school. And the teacher must confirm himself to the questionnaire, and that every member exercises 5 senses where they would do so, because out from your Sunday school comes the guidance of the nation. Act 6. First, all members must proclaim their nationality. We are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are a part and parcel of this said government, and that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted to 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era time now. All men now must proclaim their free national names to be recognized by the government which they live in the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. Most Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabit the northwest and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meeting and become a part and partial all uplifting acts of the Moore Science Temple. Members must pay their dues, keep in line with all necessities of the Moore Science Temple. Then you are entitled to the name of faith. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband, take care of your children, look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be in justice and become a part of the uplifting of all humanity. All mortal Americans to keep their hearts and minds filled with love and abiding stream of water. This divine covenant from the Holy Prophet and Holy Duality to the guidance of the Father and God of love. If this has a reading from the expression of this law, for the most working by the Prophet and Holy Duality, read this entire. This time I'll read from the Holy Koran, the more scientific America. So 70 body prepared by the noble prophet through Ali, by the God of the Father, God, great God of the universe, bringing man from the simple and fallen state of man back to the highest kingdom of light with his Father, God of love. I'll read from chapter 25 on page 35. Divine instruction from the Holy Prophet. Chapter 25, Holy Covenant of the Asiatic Nation. I'll read it in its entirety. Ye are the children of one father, provided for by his care. And the breast of one mother has given you such. That bind of affection, therefore, unite thee with You are the children of one father, provided for by his care, and the breast of one mother has given you such. That bond of affection, therefore, unite you with their brothers. Their peace and happiness may dwell in their father's house. And when he separates in the world, remember the relation that binds you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before their own blood. If their brother is in adversity, assist him. If their sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the force of their father contribute to support his whole race. His care be continued to you all, even love to each other. Islam? Welcome everybody out at this time. If anybody out front, if anybody downstairs, you got to come up. Islam. Without further delay, we'll call out instructor, Dr. P.J. here, the Grand Sheikh here at Temple 71. Also the Grand National Check.
Islam?
Islam.
Yeah, most American prayer in unison.
Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Amen. Amen.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise God.
Islam, how the most feeling?
Great.
Good to see you, good to be here. Good that we are coming together and obeying the prophet's laws. Coming to our Sunday school. And we come to Sunday school for what?
Raise your thoughts.
Raise your thoughts. We come to Sunday school for what?
of the
Exercise
God of
your
the nation.
five senses. Out from your Sunday school comes the guidance of the nation.
Exercise our five senses. Yes.
Also to learn the things necessary to save us.
Learn the things necessary to save us. In Jackson there, you had
No, you said it, Mo.
huh?
You said it.
Oh, okay.
Exercise.
Exercise.
That's what we did.
All right. Where else do we come to Sunday school?
Get closer to Allah.
It's good. It's real good. Yes. Get closer to our Father God power.
To continue our obedience to Allah and His Prophet.
You are obedient. Yes. Because He said what? In that regard. Let the actions,
Of your life show evidence of God.
yes. And it does get us closer to our Father God and Allah when we're living. That's important. Everyone has literature? Praise Allah. Who made you?
Allah.
Who is Allah?
Allah is the Father of the universe.
Can we see Him?
No.
Where is the nearest place we can meet Him?
In the heart.
Who is Noble Dwelling?
He is Allah's prophet.
What is a prophet?
Prophet is a follower of Allah manifested in the flesh.
What is the duty of a prophet?
To save the nations from the wrath of Allah.
Who is the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America?
Noble Jew Ali,
What year was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
1913 AD.
Where?
Newark, New Jersey.
Where was Noble Drew Ali born?
In the state of North Carolina, 1886.
What is his nationality?
Moorish American.
What is your nationality?
Moorish American.
Why are we Moorish American?
Because we are descendants of Moroccans born in America.
For what purpose was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
For the uplifting of all humanity.
Yes. All right. Let's go back to number 14. Why are we Moorish American?
Because we are descendants of Moroccans born in America.
How do you support that with the prophet's teachings? What have you, if someone was to ask, and they will, why you were Moorish American, how do you support it with teachings of the prophet? From Jacksonville and then Brother Morris Bay. Go ahead.
It's already been supported. All I gotta do is follow the ways of the prophet direction me to tell me how, how I feel as where I am.
Okay, I'm asking you a question. I'm a brother or sister on the street. We talked. You said you were Moorish American.
Yes, I am.
Explain that to me.
I'm a Moorish American by birth
Okay.
because of my descendants. Thanks to the prophet giving me the education and the knowledge to direct me on point. Because I was lost at one time. Couldn't get this kind of education.
Okay. So I haven't been to the temple, so I don't know what none of that means. So tell me, why are you Moorish American? Say, for instance, I may say that I'm a native of San Salvador. That's where my ancestors are from. And you,
Follow instructions, Lord.
and you
Right.
said,
Instructions.
okay, that's yours. Come on, Brother J. Morris Bay. Support it with what the prophet has put in the book. Or
Right.
what literature that he's given us.
Reconnecting myself. Well, I would say that I'm a descendant of Moab, the original inhabitants of Africa. When we say we descendants of Morocco, we descendants of the ancient Morocco. So it's a direct link. You know what I'm saying? To be able to trace myself back. That's how I would explain it. You know, I'm a descendant of Morocco, born in America. But you know, it was funny yesterday, if I might add, while we were out passing out the food, this brother ran up to the flag and pointed to the flag. He said, that's our flag. That's our flag, right? And he was from Morocco.
Right.
Right? And he showed me his ID with the Moroccan flag on the idea and all that, right? But, I mean, it's just making yourself back, know how to make yourself back to your ancient forefathers.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, anyone else? Why would Morrison murder? How do you support it? We just learned it. Yesterday we was calling ourselves Negro, Black, and Colored.
Yeah.
And we try to support that. So, according to the law, according to the book, how do you support explaining to someone who doesn't know, who says that I thought you was a black man? Explain that to me. Why you say you're not a black man? Everybody else calling themselves black. That's what you had your hand up?
Yes, sir.
Serving, baby?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
I'm gonna go exactly what the prophet is saying.
Yeah, go on.
We are
I'm trying to get us to use the
ancient
lyrics.
Israelites on the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa.
Right.
You understand? Now, if you trace the history of the ancient Moabites, you can go all the way back to the Bible.
Okay.
That's their book.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use their book, you understand, to make them understand where I'm at.
Well, you gotta make them understand.
I mean,
And what if they're not in the church? Maybe they don't have a book.
well,
You gotta explain it based on what you know.
and that's what I know as far as what the prophet is saying.
All right. I'm just asking. Come on, Brother Jackson. Baby.
According to all true and divine records of the human race, there is no Negro, Black, or colored race attached to the human family. Because all the inhabitants of Africa were and are of the human race, descendants of the ancient Canaanite nation from the Holy Land of Canaan, which your ancient forefathers were, you are today without doubt or contradiction. There is no one who is able to change man from the descendant nature of his forefathers, unless his power extends beyond the great universal creator, Allah himself.
That's using the lyrics to support exactly what the truth is.
And
No, don't speak out of turn. Not yet. Until I recognize you. Just hold your hand. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking. Just give it to them based on the words of the prophet. You took it right there. And I'm saying there's other places in here that you can support that with. I'm just asking the question. How do you support it? So we all have our own means by which we go about explaining what the prophet said. But that's a good point. We know exactly what he said there. But no man cannot change the descendant nature. Change the descendant nature. We're descendants. Everyone has a nationality. And there is no Negro, Black, colored, or Ethiopian. That was good, man. That was along the line I was just a thought. We're all the same, man. How did the prophet get up with the Morse America?
Teaching and reading service.
What is our religion?
Islamism.
Is that a new or is that the old time religion?
Old time religion.
What kind of flag is the Morse?
It is red flag with a 5-point green star in the center.
What do the 5 points represent?
Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
How old is our flag?
It is over 10,000 years old.
Which is our holy day?
Friday.
Why?
Because Friday is the day on which man was formed in flesh. Friday is the part out of flesh.
Who was Jesus?
He was a prophet of Allah.
Where was he born?
In Bethlehem, Judah, in the house of David.
Who were his father and mother?
Joseph and Mary.
Will you give in brief the line, genealogy through which Jesus came?
Some of the great fathers of which Jesus came are Abraham, Jesse, King David, Solomon, Hezekiah, and Joseph on earth.
Why did Allah send Jesus to this earth?
Israelites on the island and oppression of Palestinian nations who held a portion of Palestine at that time.
How long has that been?
About 2,000 years ago.
What was the nationality of Ruth?
Ruth was a Moabite.
What is the modern name for? Pardon. What is the modern name for Moabite?
Moroccans.
Where's the Moroccan Empire?
Northwestern Mexico.
What is the modern name for Mexico?
Africa.
What is the title given to our ruler in Morocco?
Sultan.
Where do we get the name Jesus?
From the east.
I was just a little hesitant because the name Alexim just struck me again.
Mm.
The fact that we have learned, and what is the name of Mexico?
Ancient name of that.
Yeah, that's the modern name. For Africa. And we didn't know that. Now, what does it say in the Koran? One of the things I'm trying to just touch on a little bit, and not in heavy, is that we're able to support what we find in our questionnaire in our Koran. This one.
So that's the ancient name.
It's another word in it.
It's an ancient name. The Mexican would be an ancient name if Africa is the modern.
And what does it say in the Koran?
The first true and divine name
Come
of
on.
Africa.
Trying to get us to do that. We gotta make these it's the true and divine name. Mexican ain't just something that just popped up, the prophet brought to us. What is he bringing to us?
The truth.
The truth. It has not been known by many.
I didn't hear what Sister Johnson said.
Read it again, Sister
Islam.
Johnson, and tell them where you're getting it from.
It's from chapter 47, page 58, instruction 3. And it says, the first true and divine name of Africa.
Yes. See, what this is all about is us reconnecting to what we lost when we came here and when we strayed. So now we're trying to regain our lost estate. Isn't that what he said? We're regaining our lost estate. And that means we got to regain the truth of the matter, because truth is but what?
One.
Yes, truth is but one. And now, of course, this modern thing that people say here in this early time is, I want to tell my truth. Well, there we go. It ain't no such thing. Especially if it ain't in line with what Allah gave us. You tell them what you think, but the truth is but one. So that's all I was just trying to see is where we take these and these questions are what? It says on the front of the book. Koran question for Moore's children. Or for Moore's murder, I'm sorry. So the point is, the answer to all these questions in our questionnaire is in our Koran. And does that mean we're going to see it right away, or that we'll be able to pull it? No, it's going to take some work. That's right. But they're here. And I'm just trying to have us make the connection in that sense.
Praise the Lord.
Where do we stop at?
From the east, 35.
Where did we get the name Jesus?
From the east.
What does the name Jesus mean?
Jesus means justice.
The name you give to the child that was called Jesus, the holy name.
Yes, but it cannot be used by those who say it's the same.
What is an angel?
The angels of God of God manifested in the flesh.
What are angels used for?
To carry messages to all corners of the world to all nations.
What is our prophet to us?
He is an angel of God who brings the everlasting gospel.
What is the everlasting gospel?
Is a Savior God that comes from God through our ancient fathers by his power.
What is the covenant of the great God Allah?
Honor thy father and thy mother, that the days may be long upon the earth.
At what age did Jesus begin to teach?
At the age of 12,
Where did he teach?
India, Africa, and Europe,
How long did he teach?
18 years.
What did Jesus say that would make you free?
Truth.
What is truth?
Truth is all.
What is all?
All is Allah.
Can truth change?
Truth cannot change or pass away.
What other name do we give to truth?
Holy breath.
What did you just say about holy breath?
All we can say is great, it is good, it was, it is, and ever will be. Amen.
At what place on earth was the physical part of man formed?
In the Garden of Eden,
Where's the Garden of Eden?
in the land of Canaan, and the city of God,
Where's the modern name for the Garden of Eden?
Mecca.
What is the name of the first physical man?
His name cannot be used only by setting the rules of AC or MST.
What are the words of AC and MSTLA?
Adaptation of the more science temple of America.
Who were Adam and Eve?
They are the mothers and fathers of the human family, Asiatics and Muslims.
Where did they go?
They went to Asia.
What is the modern name given to their children?
Asiatics.
Who is guarding the holy city of Mecca today to keep the unbelievers away?
Angels.
What is the modern name for those angels?
Asiatics.
What does it shade of their skin?
Olive.
Are the Moor Samaritans in a relation to those angels?
Yes, we are the same Father and Mother.
Give 5 names that are given to the descendants of Adam and Eve.
Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon, and beast.
What is the devil sometimes called?
The Lord's Son.
How many cells are there?
2.
Name them.
Higher self and lower self.
What people represent the higher self?
The angels who protect the holy city of Mecca.
What people represent the lower self?
Those who cast out the holy city and
those who accept their teaching.
What is the higher self?
The higher self is the mother of virtues and mind and life, peace, justice, mercy, love, and right.
Sister McGee, what's your first initial?
K.
Sister K. McGee. She's, of course, our tag day winner. Champion, yeah. Yeah. How are you today? All right. Can high self pass away? Why?
Because it is all the man.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Praise God. Now, my other sister, McGee. Tell me your first initial. Sister E. McGee, how are you?
You said how old?
No, how are you?
Oh, good.
I love that blue you have on today. All right. So tell me this. Who made you?
Allah.
Who is on? That's right. You got it. I know you do. I caught you off guard. You are right. What does the Lord self breathe?
Bridget Simon, who murders their
What did the highest self say to the Lord self at one time and amen?
Where are you going, Satan?
What was the answer that the Lord self gave to the highest self?
I'm going to the full earth, seeking the way to devour.
Has he finished his task of devouring?
Yes.
When was this time declared out?
When he nailed Jesus on the cross.
What are the last words Jesus uttered?
It is finished.
What did he have reference to?
He had reference to the end of Satan.
Did Jesus say that he would return to conquer him?
Yes.
What is the name of the person into whom Jesus was first reincarnated?
Prophet Muhammad the Conqueror.
Was Satan to be bound then?
Satan was devoured in part.
When was the head of Satan taken off?
1453 Byzantine.
By whom?
By Muhammad.
Name some of the marks that were put upon the Moors of the Northwest by the European nations in 1774.
Negro, black, colored, Ethiopian.
Negro.
A name given to a river in West Africa, Moors because it contains black water.
What is meant by the word black?
Black, according to science, means death.
What does the word colored mean?
Color means everything in the penis name.
What does Ethiopia mean?
Ethiopian means something to die.
Can a man be a Negro, black, colored, or Ethiopian?
No.
Why?
Because man is made in the image and likeness.
What title does Satan give himself?
God.
You define the word white.
White means purity, purity means God. God means the Lord of the land.
Whom do we refer to at times as being the great God?
Allah.
Is the devil made in the image and likeness of Allah?
No, he's a shadow of our Lord's self who will pass away.
Who made the devil?
Elohim.
Who is Elohim?
Elohim is the seven greatest spirits that created everything in heaven, worlds, kings, and heaven, worlds, be.
What is Elohim sometimes called?
The 7 eyes of Allah.
How many days in the circle?
7 days.
How many days in the creation?
7 days.
According to science, how many days in the year?
7 days.
What chapter do we read in our Koran where it talks about Elohim?
Chapter 11.
Chapter 11. Good. Good. What have you learned? Again, more sense of America. Sister A. McGee, what have you learned? Give me something that you've learned in the Moore Science Temple of America since you've been here studying these divine teachings.
That when we reincarnate, we don't reincarnate as bird, creepy thing, or anything. We reincarnate as man.
Yes,
Or something.
that's good. That's good. Sister K. McGee, what have you learned? I'm letting our young people exercise a little bit. They don't have their regular children's Sunday school.
That's right.
But they look, I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. They represent.
That's right.
Sister Kay McGee, baby, you was hitting it the other day. Nothing with you.
That's right.
Come on. Tell me something you learned.
I learned that in my chapter 23.
You don't have to try to remember that. I mean, if you can, that's fine.
In my chapter 23, the guardians or parents have to watch the death of their inclinations or their child inclinations.
That's something to be talking about. You held all that. Mom and Dad, you said they may be watching. You know what that chapter's called? It'll come back to you. Think about it, or you can look it up.
Holy instruction for children.
That's it. Yes. Sister Eva Dubé, tell me one thing you've learned in the more science about life.
I've learned to be myself.
Good.
And, to represent what blessed me with.
Yes. Be yourself and represent what Allah has blessed you with. That's powerful. Yes, indeed. All right. Someone else, tell me what you've learned. A lot of times we assume that we got some things. What have you learned? Islam, brother, yes?
Islam, brother, Grand. I learned that everybody lives I learned that going through the one-on-one, there's more to each question in the one-on-one. Who is Allah? We got to, if you look in chapter 35, what Allah do, who He is, what He do, and how He works. So every question in the one-on-one, there's a multitude of definitions, so to speak. You can just go on and on and on each question. Not just learn the one-on-ones, that's good, but there's some more definite things under the one-on-one that you learn. That's what I learned. It's not just the one-on-ones, but there's more to it.
All right. Come on, brother. Okay. Chairman was asking for me to ask you, what is the 101?
Some people might not know. That's just new people coming in. It's a question there, right?
The question is the one-on-one, 101 questions in the question.
Very long.
So J. Morris Bay, James, and then Brother K. Maven Bay. What have you learned? And I want y'all to keep in mind when I'm asking this question, is it just something you read? Or is it something that we've actually learned from what we've read? And if you learned it, that means you had to have studied it, practiced it. And you should be trying to be it. So what have we learned? See, this is a whole new experience for us, coming out of the darkness into the light. And yes, I said it in the sense that I did, that we were just calling ourselves Negro, Black, and Colored yesterday.
That's right, Chief.
And you could act like it wasn't yesterday. But time is an illusion. So since we was there, we was there. And what I'm saying to you is, what have you learned? Come on, Brother J. Morris, buddy.
Islam, one of the main things I've learned is that man is the spirit and part of Allah,
Cool.
great spirit.
Cool.
And also that man cannot die. The spirit man cannot die.
Good. So K. Maven, man.
Man will be dead. I think it's something I think it's so
He didn't say he might, he said he will be.
How did you learn that?
I learned that through the prophet say. I learned it by having faith in what the prophet and Allah telling me. That's why I know the man we gave.
All right. Well, I want you to think about it. Hold on, Mom. Come on, sis.
It's I also learned that man can conquer death. Before the temple, I didn't know that. I thought like Jesus was just special and that he resurrected and had all the power and tools to do so. But in the Quran, it tells us that what he can do, all man can.
Good. I'm glad you held that. Yes. Songbird Jackson, she said that man can conquer death.
Ma'am, Mo, this is telling me a lot. The
I
prophet
just need a
telling
little
me,
bit. Just a little bit.
on the question that you asked,
Yeah, what have you learned? I just want a little bit. I don't want everything you learned yet.
yeah, I'm going according to what I'm seeing here. And it's telling me that we was dead. This supposed to be all my sister. We supposed to been dead, man. We are dead. We are dead until we come into this spirit of knowing who we are. According to page 27, verse 37,
What is
the
that?
resurrection of death. We are the resurrection. We go through the resurrection. We was in the resurrection until we come into the light. This is the light. Other than that, we're dead. We are dead if we're not in this life like today. We are considered your surroundings now are dead people. Dead people. And read it.
That's
What it say?
Calm down.
What it say, Mom?
Calm down. That's okay. Your point
And,
of
I
view.
mean, I'm getting
Mom.
away because
Mom.
that's the one guy.
Okay.
I hope you understand.
I get you.
But I'm just saying, I want to clarify
I get you.
what it says here.
We got it. We got it.
The resurrection. We have come out the resurrection of death into the light.
Well,
That's what it was. I was dead. When I was calling myself black people,
I got you.
I was a dead person.
All right.
Walking around dead.
All right. That's state of mind. I got it. All right. Come on, Brother Jackson, but then Brother Bunster.
What I learned is one of the things that first struck me when I entered the temple was that the Holy Prophet Noah always said that we suffered from mental slavery. And why that stuck with me is because in chapter 1 it says thought must be developed by the exercise of strength. And I was like, well, if I'm thinking more things or I'm reading more literature or going through the Quran questions or whatever, the more I develop and exercise those strengths, the less the mental slavery will have hold on.
Brother Bunster?
It's almost,
Yes, sir.
I've learned and experienced that any condition that you find yourself in, self-created by the way self-think.
Good. Very good. And what supports that in the Koran? Let me help. I'll put you on. Because Allah never what? That's right there where you at. We are creators and we make our own. All right. Anyone else? What have you learned? You have to learn something here and here all this time. Come on. Come on, Brother Herman Bay. I want my brother right here. Give me your name again.
Brother A. Davis Hill.
All right, Brother Davis here. Good to see you, man. Come on, Brother Herman Bay.
Yo, I've learned that the prophet Noah is truly a holy and divine prophet who is prepared and sent to this earth to uplift fallen humanity and to give us the everlasting gospel.
Good. And what makes you know that? You say you learned it.
Because he said, every word I speak is spirit, and you more is better heed. So when I read the prophet's words, I can see the truth in his words and the spirit coming through the teachings through them by through Allah.
Good, good. So you can see it. That's good, because that's what we have to do. We have to start to see it. Come on, Brother Davis here.
Alright, I'll learn. I might not be saying this correct verbatim, but my present choice depends on my future happiness.
On your present choice depends your future happiness. That's correct. So what does that take? What did you learn from that?
I learned that the things that I do in the present moment will affect me in my future.
Great. That's exactly correct. Yes, it affects you in your future because we are creators. And that which was made,
We make.
you make and you meet. So those things that we create, we're going to have to meet them. And then when you meet them, what do? You create a condition. Now, when you meet it as a more submerged Muslim, what do? When you're in that condition that you created.
You confront it.
Come on, Brother McGee, baby, you look like you ready to tell me exactly what it is.
Conquer.
And yes, that's what you hope you will be able to do.
Fight.
That's what you want to do, especially if it's from the lower self. If you create something that breeds what?
Hell.
Yes,
Nature slash rulers.
that's it, because there's only two. It's the higher or the lower. So to breed those things, then you have to do what? You just said.
Fight.
Fight. We find ourselves in conditions sometimes we're not strong enough, and I don't care what anybody think they know. You're not strong enough. In this flesh, we're not strong enough. What chapter did it tell us that?
Weakness.
Yes. In the chapter on weakness. He said you have not the strength, and I'm not speaking verbatim, to be good nor evil entirely. So if we're not strong enough, that means we need what?
Strength.
Items.
Say it. Somebody said it.
Or it's crushed money to be cleaned up into that purpose.
No, we need help. When you're not strong enough, and we all have moments. That's how life is lived, in moments.
That's all.
And when you meet that moment, you're in that moment, you may have a desire, but you might not have the strength. All of us been battling with some things. And we still battling with things in here. Lord shall come to you, he be strong, he look at the little stuff that you like. And he might not get you on some of those things he used to get you with. It's something similar to watching TV too much. Or what you watch on TV. You got to fight some of those desires. And then you're not strong enough because sometimes they appeal to your what?
Desire.
Your carnal self.
And the word that the Grand Sheik often uses is what?
Carnal nature.
Appetites. The appetites. We all got it. We like certain type of food, we like certain type of clothes, we like certain type of cars, we like certain type of people, we like certain type of things. And they appeal to us, to our appetites and desires. Now sometimes what we are learning is to do what you just said. Fight those desires and appetites, especially when they are breeding that which will not help us. But when they're breeding, even in those things that we may consider to be not so harmful, that's what we consider finite man. But even in that, you still have to fight it and you have to manage it because he said, go a circle around what?
Passions and desires.
Keep it in the bounds of what?
Righteousness.
Yes, I learn how to balance this thing. Balance life on earth. We spirit man here in this carnal flesh having these earthly experiences from a nature that sprang forth from fleshy things. And before we did this did not exist. This is an illusion. And spirit man, when he first came here, and that nature did what? It sprang forth. He wasn't ready for it. It sprang forth on us.
That's right. That's right.
So we needed some help in order for us to function.
spring is rapid.
Exactly. We find ourselves here on this planet, things made manifest, we didn't know what to do. That's why we need guidance.
That's right.
And we still need it.
Yeah.
Because most of us still don't know what to do.
Mhm.
Come on, Mo, breathe.
Yeah, I want to get to the point. I mean, get to the logic of what we do. It's like the soul versus the Holy Spirit. Because the soul been here before. So the soul is the tempter. But we have to learn how to control the soul.
You do.
The soul tempts
But,
you.
but calm
It
down.
activates you away from the spirit of Allah, man.
Now,
The soul, man.
the soul will tempt you if.
The soul.
Now, calm down. If it's not doing what?
It's not helping me.
It's not being commanded by the
Right.
Spirit.
It's not following the
If
directions.
it's not following the directions of the Spirit,
There you go. So it's
then it will be in opposition, or it will not heed to the Spirit's directions.
right.
I spoke on this Friday. One of the things that your spirit has to be is nourished. And that's why we come here, so that we can gain strength. What is gaining strength? What are we coming in here to gain strength? Who's gaining the strength in here? What part of you is gaining strength?
The Spirit.
The higher self. Your spirit is gaining the strength. He said it's not in bones to think, it's not in flesh to be. I mean, not in flesh to think, not in bones to be. So the body ain't gaining it. Your spirit got to be the master.
Right. So
When your spirit is the master, then you become the Lord.
that's right. That's right.
But it has to be built up.
That's right.
Our spirit has been dormant for so long, and we're learning how to build it up to gain the strength that we need to fight. But that's what this is, the conflict.
Yes, sir.
It can't be told in words. So you got to be strong enough to fight yourself. That's what this is about. And to do what you just said, Sister Ava Given, so that we can conquer self. We can conquer death. Don't you know before Jesus conquered death, that was one of the sole things, first thing that conquered men. Fear of dying. Fear of dying. And until Jesus resurrected and showed that man could not die, this human body was gripped. But we thought that was the end. But he showed that that's not the end. Because man is not the body nor the soul, but the spirit. And as you said again, Sister Amy, we reincarnate, we come back. For those lessons that we have to learn. And if we are practicing, you won't have to come back so much. Come on, Brother Fred.
That's why Paul said, protecting man was passed through all the ways of life.
Yes, and in passing through those ways of life, we need this guidance right here.
That's right.
And with this guidance right here, as we pass through those ways of life, we're doing what? I just asked the question. What have you learned? We're learning how to do it.
Yes.
We're learning when we get to those issues and that when you reach those decision-making moments, what lesson to apply that's going to render you success over your lower self. Because if you don't apply the right lesson and you're not practicing to gain the strength you need, that lower self is going to grip you. Didn't the tempter try to tell Jesus what to do when he was in the wilderness?
Yes.
He tempted him with all those different things, seeing if he could get him to bite.
That's right.
And the same thing our tempter does with us on a daily basis. And you got to put these lessons in place so that you can make sure that the choices that you make give you your present happiness. And that's what the science of us studying these lessons is about, for us to be happy while we're here on earth. We don't have to suffer. Your suffering comes from you. I don't make men suffer.
That's right. That's right.
And he make you account for your actions if you're not being obedient.
That's right.
But even in that, you create that condition that will make you have to answer up. He ain't putting it on you. He give you the opportunity to make a choice. He ain't telling you what to do. He telling you how you can do it if you want to do it right. You make the choice.
Teach them science and you have a happy death.
Now, teach them religion is definitely. Okay. Come on.
I was trying to hear what the brother said, the prophet said. What you said?
Who, the young brother?
No.
David Kills?
Aaron and Day.
Does he feel right?
Yeah.
But fear faith.
Perfect man was passing through all the ways of
Oh,
life.
okay, perfect man.
Yeah. And going through those ways of life, you're going to encounter what you talk about. Buffeting of every kind. He said, when we go through the ways of life, we're going to have to meet all the folks.
That's right.
That's why we're studying now, so that we can see what Jesus did.
Yes, so we
So that we can see what Jesus did, so that we can learn how to apply these lessons. And remember, Jesus went through some stuff up to the point that he was killed, crucified. So we got to make sure that we understand what all this is all about, so that we can regain our lost estate, so that we can be saved. We're being perfected, but that perfection that you go through when passing through the ways of life is applied when you are using these teachings.
That's right.
See, when you bring your will in tune with Allah's will, then he say what? As Brother Jackson Hill was saying, then the resurrection is a fact. When will of man and will of Allah are one. That means that you are now in tune. You're learning that this is how it works. You got to stay with your holy prophet and our Father God Allah for you to gain success, to pass through these ways of life. Jesus had to go through all he went through to learn lessons so that he could build up the strength to fight himself. He didn't fight nobody else. He had to fight himself. He gave his life. They couldn't take it. Yeah, he was crucified, but he had mastered self. He could have did like John did.
That's right.
John, they cut John's head off.
Come on now.
He ain't had to let him. He showed on several occasions when he disappeared.
That's right.
Drew a veil about himself.
That's right.
He had conquered self when he was in the Egyptian school for 18 years. He became a what?
mastermind.
You don't know that's what we should be working for? Same thing. In this sacred school, we're learning to conquer self and be able, and so that we can master ourselves. These teachings will allow you to become whatever it is that you need to become to be saved. In order to be saved, we got to practice what the prophet teaches us. Come on, Mo.
I think, according to, I think it was 59 verse 6 about the religion, the Christian. So my thing is, the prophet said, "You know not what you told." So when you looking at the way they killed Jesus, the way Jesus found him tomb, where did the prophet get that information from? Because he wasn't there. So I mean, so
Who wasn't there?
where did that understanding come from?
See what I'm asking you to slow down? Now just think about, okay, calm down. Just think about what you're saying. You say the prophet wasn't there?
I mean, during the time of
But who was Jesus? Who was the prophet? He was the same spirit. You saying he wasn't there? He was Jesus. He was Jesus. And on top of that, to help you with that point, Allah. If you read chapter 48, it says, Allah prepared the prophet in due time.
That's right, man.
if Allah take you or me or any one of us and prepare us, don't you know that He'll give us everything that we need?
Praise God.
Don't it say in chapter 1 that mind never does forget? So he was Jesus. He was there. Now it's been quoted, and I'm only saying it this way. And reported that the prophet dictated the Koran to the prince from memory.
Come on now. Yes, sir.
He didn't write it down and hand it to him. He said he dictated this to him from memory. The prophet is a mastermind. Come on, talk about.
That's right, Brother Chase said. Come on, man.
So yeah. All right, we're gonna go into our program. What chapter we up to?
19.
Chapter 19. We all been studying, right? We all ready? Give me something, and I'm gonna give it a couple of our people we haven't heard from. Brother Evans Bay. It's on, my brother. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Now, tell me something out of chapter 19 that stuck with you from last session when the Grand Chief was instructed. Just one thing. What stuck with you out of that discussion from last week?
Chapter 17.
No.
19.
Let's read the title of the chapter first. This is found on page 30 in our Koran. And it's entitled, Jesus Appears Fully Materialized to the Eastern Sages in the Palace of Prince Ravana in India, to the Magian priests in Persia. 3 wise men speak in praise of the personality of the Nazarene. Just one thing that you held on that you remember from last week.
What was the question?
You was here last week?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You was in Sunday school, right? I'm actually, I don't really remember everybody who was here, but I remember some of the faces.
Maybe the question was handed out that day. I'm trying to figure out which day I think it was. I think
Well-
it was one day last week.
Yeah. You were in Sunday school, right?
Yes.
Do you remember everything from the discussion? That's what I'm asking. Did anything stick with you?
Well, I was asked to read that the past leaders and the present leader of the
Oh, you
Muslims.
talking about doing the tag day exercise?
Yeah.
Okay, but before that, Grand Sheik had part of the Sunday school.
You're right.
Okay. Someone else, I'm gonna come back to you. Sister T. McGee, Islam, my sister. Give our sister Islam. We're just so happy to see you back in that seat right there. We're glad to see you in good spirits and looking well. Whatever I pray all is well with you. Yes.
I guess from what I have read and from the last class, I did learn about the wise men. I didn't know that the 3 wise men. How you say your name?
Mainstay?
Midstay, and I don't want to butcher the name.
Idiot.
And Lamas. They all came from where we were at previous. So when I saw their names again, it dawned on me that they were actually the teachers from the beginning when they taught Jesus.
Cool. Yes. Sister S. Johnson here. Islam, our treasure. Give me some of the stuff from our last class.
From the last class, one thing that stuck out to me is that the feast was for a place where men of thought came and gathered to learn and teach and share information about.
Okay. Good. What was one of the last things that was being discussed last week? And we were trying to do a comparison between
Personality and character.
There it is. We were talking about personality and character. And that's important for all of us. And what did you learn from that? Come on, brother, M. Morris Bay, about personality and character.
I don't know what to say.
All right. Someone else. Give me a piece.
And it was
It-
different.
Yeah, there was an inner, yeah, it's a difference between the two, and, personality is the inner, or the outer manifestation of the inner, way of your thoughts that you hold.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah, no. Because most of the time, and let's just think about it for a moment. Most of the time, people will see, if they see you on a consistent basis, your personality. There you go. Before they see your character. Character is usually something that you are trying to build up from within. Personality is something that is displayed about a person on a consistent basis. Because some may say, well, he or she has a pleasant personality. Every time I meet them, they always smile. They always have a kind word. They don't necessarily know your character from that. But just in those encounters, they start to get a picture of your personality.
Right.
And some that you may meet often enough, that one got a rough personality. Every time I see him, he argue about something. So these things play an important role in how we represent ourselves. Now, your character is usually displayed in terms of what?
Your thoughts.
Say that again? No, someone says up front. Oh, my sister. What did you say?
Adversity.
Well, it comes out during adversity because now that's a good point that you make. Adversity will show what kind of character you have. It's either going to show that you're going to rise to certain occasions or how you're going to respond to certain things, but that got to come from within, especially when it's a adverse situation. It challenges the strength that you're building up. Yes.
Also maybe temptation.
Temptations will also, that's another good one. That's another good one. Because the temper is going to try you and see where they can get you at. But your character, it was being built, the character of what type of man?
Righteous.
Righteous. Because the other one is the one who does what? The chapter on sincerity. Come on, I know y'all got it. The hypocrite.
He makes his
The
really
Symbols of truth.
Because he makes his words in the what?
Symbols of truth.
Symbols of truth. And the character of a righteous man is a man who is sincere. So that's what we're trying to distinguish. And always, this for me, and it should be for everybody, because that's what the prophet said. Our base is always the one or the other. Truth or falsehood. That's got to be your base. We tell me that was just a white lie, like they try to say, or that was just a low thing. No, the one or the other. Because on your present choice, how you represent will depend your future happiness. Because in each moment, we are creating. You may not meet what you create today. And that's why we gotta be careful. But you're gonna meet it because you can't escape it. And the grand governor talked about it on Friday, about the registry that's being made of every thought, word, and deed. And that's heavy because you talking about over many lives that we live. Allah has recorded every thought, word, and deed. And in what chapter where it says he doesn't forget it? What chapter does it say that? That he don't forget it?
35.
35. You're absolutely right. Chapter on religion. Read it. See what it says. Come on, brother Mars Bay, I saw your hand up.
I had a question in reference to character
Yes.
or characteristics, could that be synonymous with principles?
Yes, if you're righteous.
That's right.
And even if you're not righteous, you got low principles too.
Okay.
We're talking about divine principles, the higher self. Principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Those are divine. Those are the ones you want to do what? Live by.
Establish.
Establish. Then live by. That's what we do. You establish them, you live by them, and you see that you ever what?
Act according to them.
Act according to them. That is the character of a righteous man. He has principle. He won't go but so far. He won't allow his lower self to take him all the way over there.
That's right.
It has a limit. Those principles give him what? Rule. We gotta have rule over ourselves. We're learning this thing. We know what that lower self been doing to us for years. Yeah, I said it was only yesterday. He drove us up in here
That's right.
so we could save ourselves.
That's it.
And he ain't done working on us because we still solving the what problem?
Negro,
Yes.
That's right.
He ain't solved that yet.
I know,
We still in this flesh.
messed up people.
We've got a whole lot of stuff we got to get out of us. That's why the process of what? To get it out. What's the process?
Purification.
Purification. We got to purify ourselves. We got to get our hearts and minds pure. We got to get our heart and mind straight. And you replace that stuff out there with this in here. You can't take it out and leave it dormant. It's only going to come back. You got to establish the principles so then you can live them and see that you ever act according to them so you're consistent. And when you're consistent, you can suppress the tendencies of your carnal nature. Because he ain't going nowhere, not while you're in this flesh. And it's a thought. We're trying to change the way we think. That's what we're going to do. That's how you purify yourself. You don't hold those other thoughts about the carnal world. You replace them with higher thoughts. Come on, Mo.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it short and beautiful. Allah know your heart, Mo. And I'm not gonna sit in here, bouncing here like I'm so holy. I'm striving.
Yes.
I'm striving, Mo.
We know you, brother.
I got 200 years of damages in my generation. 2,000 years of damage. And what my generation has been through years and years back, according to what I'm researching, man, we've been damaged.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So now, I put the prophet picture and my mother's picture over top of it, and I say, my mother didn't even know him. She didn't even know him.
Boy.
I brought him in the house, and she wouldn't accept him because she didn't want to hear that.
Well.
So I'm saying, not to be cutting out, but I pray for my mother. I pray for her for not knowing him. And I'm happy to be blessed to be able to know him. And so I can say, Mom, I was there. I'm here.
Maybe I can suggest this.
For you.
Maybe I can recommend this.
Peace, Mom.
Maybe she don't know him as Noble
She
Dua.
didn't know him.
Listen to me. Maybe she don't know him as Noble Dua Ali. But she may know him as Jesus.
That's right. That's right now, Mo. Yes, sir. That's
So you
right,
gotta stay
Mo.
open.
Teach the lesson.
And you know, he said he wasn't gonna blind all of them at one time.
That's right.
That's true, I ain't mad.
And it even said that some of his best morals
Still the church.
they coming.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
I'm blessed.
We just need to be ready. And you're doing the right thing though. Pray.
That's right.
Pray for her, you, me, help me out. I need some prayer. All of you. You're right. Stop. All right, in the chat.
Islam, bro.
Islam, buddy, yes.
I was thinking about, you said character.
Yes.
That's the action of a person. Right? And then I'm thinking, looking at my point is that I'm thinking, is that a action word or adverb? Because it's showing action, a person doing something.
Well, you
comes to the character.
Well, you display your characters, you know, through your actions. And what we're learning to display the righteous character. That's why we imitate the prophet. But we're learning to imitate the prophet.
Yeah, and everybody's different.
The prophet will say, the prophet is perfect man. The prophet is perfect man.
Yes, perfect. Yes.
Yes. And he's teaching us to imitate him because when he was Jesus, what did he say? Sister McGee Bay said it earlier. What did he say, sis? When he was Jesus? No, Sister A. McGee Bay. You talked about it when we was talking about the resurrection.
Oh, well, what I,
Come on, you want
all men must do, all
what I have done. All men can do.
Right.
What I am.
Shelby.
See?
Yes.
So as Jesus, he was telling us that we had the attributes of Almighty God, our enemies. Jesus, just like the prophet, is the son of Allah, which is a love thought.
Come on. Yes, sir. Yeah.
He came to manifest the love and show that love could be manifested here on earth.
Come on.
Make fun.
And because, as the forerunner, Brother John, who paved the way, was showing you that you have to purify yourself in order for that love to be manifested to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get things out of you. Remember what he told the people? He said, prepare, O Israel, prepare to meet your king. So he was teaching them about themselves and the rulers and the rich and what they were doing to the people and how they was treating the people. So he was giving them the opportunity to change their ways. Remember what the prophet said? Renew your acts and amend your ways. We all got to do that. Because we know we got some stuff we still holding on to.
Yeah, some people ain't gonna change.
And don't you tell me, yeah, well, if they don't do it willingly, he said this, and I said it Friday. If I can't teach you here, I teach you on the soul now.
That's right.
Some people gonna have to pass out of the flesh because the Moors are hard-headed, stiff-necked, and mean. I won't do anything except by the corner of the soul. And that's carnal man, who allows his lower self to be the dominant thought in his life. But when he raises those thoughts, the infinite wisdom, and try to apply these lessons in the plain and simple thing any of us can do.
That's right. You know, you can be a man.
Is try.
Yeah, that's right.
As simple as that.
Yes, sir.
Just try.
Yes, sir.
So, go ahead. I'm gonna let you say yours, then I got you go time for me.
Now, I just wanted to ask, could I read this definition of pillar for character
Read it,
from
please.
the Botanical Dictionary? And it says the way someone thinks, feels, and behaves.
Right.
Someone's personality usually is singular, and he rarely shows his true character, that of a kind and sensitive person. Then I moved down to, it says, the best definition for characteristics is a special quality or traits that makes a person, thing, or group different from others. So I'm connecting the different characteristics and our personality. That's why we all different but the same at the same time.
Islam.
And the reason that that's displayed to you because you see it what? You see it what? Over and over and over again. You can't see me act out one time and then say, look at him, that's how he is. Not one time. That might have just been that day. I might have been just going through something.
You see a pattern.
But when you see the pattern of consistency in a person, you can tell, and that's why we gotta be able to work with each other and help each other. But y'all should know when I'm off my game. Y'all should see me in there. Now I'm just trying to use that term, but when I'm out of balance, y'all should know. Say, I don't know what's going on. You know? And we should be able to see each other that way. That's where we're able to then minister to each other.
Yes, sir.
Because you gotta pull me up and say, Mo, you know, you seem out of sorts. What's going on with you? Can I help you with something?
Yes, sir.
You know? That's what part of uplifting for humanity is, when we see our people that's in adversity or our sisters in trouble. You can tell on their face something going on. The hard drawn lines are tall. You gotta step in, you gotta give them a word of comfort. Come on, Mo.
I was thinking when you said that is a wonderful thing to be able to do, is to try to help your brother when you see him doing things that may not be of a righteous character and whatnot. And then the other thing that I thought about that is sometimes people are afraid to approach a situation or tell their brother, depending on maybe their position or whatever the case may be, to even say, hey brother, you know, that ain't, you know, that's not something that I think that you normally, you do, and how that could be a little bit intimidating at times to say that. I mean, so that was something I thought about, because sometimes that's hard to do. You know, you want to be able to do that, and you should be able to do that, but sometimes people may feel like they're going to be ostracized or whatever the case may be, because they will step to someone that they may look up to or whatever the case may be to do that.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that out there.
No, and that's good you put that out there, because that's what we're doing in here. He's teaching us how to address those things. We got to learn how to serve the near kin, those who are no kin, the stranger at your gate, and the foe to seek you to do you harm. It may be awkward to try to serve that foe, but when we think, Allah will help us to use the right words, to do it in the right time, to not be overstepping your bounds, to use discretion, and to show them love. Because Allah's in them, you got to appeal to that part of them. You pick your spots, and what you say. It might be something simple as, I'm going to the store. Well, you mean anything? From that, the conversation starts.
That's right.
That's just not the science of this thing. You got to use the science in order to do this. You can't do this from a carnal point of view. It don't work. Come on, Brother Thompson. There.
Praise the Lord, Brother Thompson there for the record. I want to address McGee Bay thought first. The leader always said that look beyond the outer self, look within, because Allah is within a person, of all of us. And then I'm wrestling with the personality and character. I'm saying both of them are in high self, and both of them has a low self and high self. Can they be synonymous, like run together in somewhat character and personality?
They do run together. Everybody in here has a character, and everybody in here got a personality.
Yeah, bouncing all over my head. That's all.
Yeah, they run together.
Right.
What we're running is to build up character. And by doing that, you're imitating the prophet. By doing that, you are establishing the principles. By doing that, you are learning the teachings here.
Okay.
And you're being consistent.
Okay.
And you recognize that, yes, there's a lower self that's there.
Okay.
And you start doing it by working on you.
Okay.
Because you got the character and you got the personality. Now, what personality do you want to have displayed?
Your high self.
That's it.
Because most time, I mean, you sluggish. most times it's sluggish. I mean,
It all depends. It depends on who you are.
in the middle of the piece.
Well, it depends on how you practice it. What he's teaching us to do is not be sluggish.
Okay.
Our sluggish will is what got us here.
Yeah.
We're trying to step this thing up, and it takes practice. Y'all know that's what the Grand Sheik always tell us. It takes practice. You got to be consistent in doing what's right. And you know what people do? Before they even talk to you, if they're around you enough, they see it. Everybody that knows you, that know you, and they know that you come here, they know between 2 and 4 you ain't to be disturbed because he going to his meeting. 7:30, that's the holy day for them. He's going or she's going to her meeting. They know that because you do it consistently. I'll see them after the meeting. They know you should be in a mindset to not be drawn off or distracted from worldly things during those times. We're trying to say, I'm not trying to disregard you. I'm not putting you aside. But I got to go to my holy place.
That's right.
And when you establish that with people, and they know that's part of your character, that he goes to his religious services at those times, they respect it.
Okay.
You trying to have people respect what you think and how you think and what you do. They won't disturb that the same way you give them their respect.
Okay.
We're going to his church. You know, respect that. Prophets say we're not supposed to speak radical about the church or any member of any organized group. You think these lessons are just hearing words? No, you better start putting that stuff in you. That's how we make this work. This got to be put in us. So then you recognize people. Then that's when the whole idea of seeing that spirit that you talked about, Brother Thompson, inside of a person, and that they recognize it in you.
Okay.
Because we have a social duty. And in the social duty, he said, it is our duty to do what?
To be a friend of mankind.
As well as our interest to do what? Yes. That's part of your character. The duty that you see in your social duties is that we're here to serve. We're here to uplift all of humanity. And in the social duty, that gives you the opportunity to do those things because we recognize that's part of who we are. It's our duty to be a friend. And where it may sometimes be difficult to approach certain things, he's teaching us when you make a friend, people will respect you. And they allow you to say things of a kind nature, or even take your advice. They may sometimes even ask for it. If they think that you are consistently doing what's right. Even being in the world sometimes, even in our past, we used to see people that we say don't do that. And we'd be wrong as two left shoes ourselves, but we didn't want them to go that way. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's my time, man. I got to praise Allah to reveal some things to us.
Yes, sir.
Always a blessing to talk about the high things in life.
Yeah.
And really to talk about our life.
Yes, yes.
That's what this is all about.
Yes, it's all.
How we can live while we here.
Yes.
And create those moments.
Yes.
And in our present, choice, our future happiness. And the science of happiness is the study of our life. Peace.
Peace.
Islam.
Islam.
I'd like to thank our national chairman, the Moral Science of America, and our Grand Chief here, Temple 71, Brother P.J. Field for uplifting Sunday school in the Divine class.
Yes,
I pray that everybody gathers something that they can think about, care home, check out,
Yes,
and bring something back next week
yes,
to add on to the nourishment that, been given out today.
yes, praise the Lord.
At this time, I'll call our AGS Assistant Grand Sheik, Brother D. Smith Faith, to read the proclamation one. Islam?
Islam.
It's not more.
Islam.
Because I get prayed out loud, now to the prophet of the Father, Lord, all marvels, governors, or to his proclamation in each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitated speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We offer peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans that cause confusion. Remember, your cards for your salvation. Failure to obey the law will be a severe consequence. We offer love, truth, peace, and freedom. And when these principles are violated, justice then must take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings towards the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their rewards from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws that laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in the prophet, they should turn their card, but cease wearing the turban of fairs and return to the state where the prophet found you. This is a holy divine movement founded by the prophet, Noble to Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sins. Lord, the prophet, Noble to Ali. Peace.
Peace.
Islam.
Islam.
That ends our Sunday school Koran class. At this time,
Universe,
Allah, Father, universe,
Father, love,
Father, love,
truth,
peace,
freedom, and justice.
and justice.
Allah is my protector,
Allah is my protector,
my guide,
my guide,
and my salvation,
and my salvation,
by night,
and
by day,
day,
through his holy prophet,
through his holy prophet,
through Ali.
through Ali.
Amen.
Amen.